got friends. I got family.
This is Steve Downs, the voice of Master Chief, Sierra 117. And you're watching Xbox Ultimate. Now, finish the fight. Chief out.
And we are live. Hi, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Xbox Ultimate Podcast, episode 60. Yeah, 60. Thank you for joining us. I know there's a lot going on right now, and you choosing to be here with us, talking about games and Halo and Perfect Dark and all these awesome things, while you could be playing potentially the Halo Flight, which is why we're going to keep this to be a little bit of a shorter show today, because guess what? We also want to play Halo. So that's going to happen tonight. On a timed event like this, you got to do what you got to do. So we have a smaller crowd today, or smaller panel. And also, shout out to everybody in the chat here hanging out nice and early for the show. Thank you for being here. It super means a lot to us. Every time you turn
means a lot.
Turn out and turn up for us. 100%.
Super
Super serious about that. And also, before we get to the intros here, I want to say a super thank you again to the channel members, Speculators. We got Micah Ford, Caper Grant, Deadwolf, Fastback, Monster 530, Back from Dead, Infinite, Psychonauts, KY Bob, Pong Soul, AssassinLupa, Italian Clowns, Matt Byrnes, Lord Ruffness, 3-Bit, Jasper Gaming, Reign of the Third Eye, KhAos area, Mario Loya, God's Geeks, Phasma, and Geezer Prime. Shout out to all of you. You absolutely rock. And I think I'm missing actually Master Clown and Killinitis on there as well. So thank you, everybody. You absolutely mean a lot to us, so appreciate your support.
You absolutely mean a lot.
Super
You're
dude.
speaking so weird tonight.
I know. I'm just like, I'm thinking about Halo in the back of my head constantly. What's up, everybody? Everybody else in the chat here as well. You're appreciated. This panel, absolutely awesome. We got 3 of the 7 here. 3-Bit still busy with work. Lady's still on hiatus, and Lupa's still getting better here. So shout out to the 3 of the 7 that aren't with us today. So we love you. We miss you guys. But hey, as always, first in my heart is my lovely wife, Kaitlin. What's up, baby?
Not much. Let's get this over with. I'm just kidding.
Get this over with.
Jesus.
Right.
Come on, no, we got a show to do.
I'm kidding.
No, there's important topics here. Hey,
I'm ready.
You ready?
Let's go.
Okay, I knew that was coming. If I had $100, I would have bet before.
Yeah.
The show started that was.
So you don't have $100?
Well, I mean, okay, I'm not gonna.
You did, but
Pong Soul.
Go to talking school.
I know I need to. I'm freaking trying to run a podcast and I can't even speak. Pong Soul, the encyclopedia of gaming, dating back to the very first game ever created. Hey, what's up, dude?
Hey, it's been a long time. We haven't seen each other in like forever.
I know, man. It's weird.
No, we had a great show this morning with Boom and his birthday bash, so that was freaking amazing. What an awesome panel he had going on there. But we've been playing some Diablo 2. We got Halo Infinite rocking out. We got controversy. Man, doesn't get much better than that. So let's get down to these topics so we can get on to Halo Infinite. Let's go.
Yeah, dude. Heck yeah. What's some
Okay,
controversial topics that happened already? And we also have the mellow fellow from outer space. Right now, he's actually house sitting, so he's a mellow fellow from somebody else's house.
And he's sitting in a hot tub right now.
Yeah.
On Twitch.
Well, not
he's on Twitch.
I'm on Twitch.
Yeah, Psycho,
I will be later.
Psycho, this is a missed opportunity for you right now.
It is. You could be branching out Psycho.
Yeah, I don't think people would want to see Psycho in a hot tub. Just saying.
You'd be surprised,
I do.
Psycho. You'd be surprised.
What's up, dude?
Oh, not much. I'm just sitting here, just got out of the hot tub earlier, so I'm just like fucking pruning up. So Can't wait to
Nice.
talk about some Halo Infinite
Ruined and shriveled.
beta.
Shrinkage.
That's just an
I won't
excuse.
go in that, but this is the first time playing the Halo flight test, so I love it and I want to talk about it.
Heck yeah, man. And before we get into talking about a Halo flight, there was some interesting stuff that happened yesterday, wasn't there? So just out of the blue last night, we got this interesting tweet from the initiative, randomly out of nowhere, and it said, "Hey, we're proud to announce that basically, Crystal Dynamics, I almost said it again, Pong. Crystal Dynamics is going to be helping with the the development of Perfect Dark, and they're excited to be working together on that title." And it sent shockwaves through the internet, and it caused some fierce panic among some of the community and some knee-jerk reaction from a lot of people. I was actually really surprised, to be honest with you. Now, not because people are surprised. I understand being surprised 100%, right? But it was interesting to see like the overall like just wow, like crazy reactionary takes that were like pretty negative. So I was curious. I know that me and Pong had already talked about this this morning as well. But like, hey, Pong, like, what are your thoughts overall on this move? Like, does this send you? Are you super concerned now, or do you think it's actually good for the game, or what's going on?
Yeah, Xbox is dead. I mean, it's over with. You know, they got to outsource. I mean, it's obvious that they got no talent in house, so they got to outsource to Crystal Dynamics of all people. I mean, Jesus,
those guys.
Hey, first. Yeah, I know those guys, that little studio. Hey, first of all, shout out to everybody who's got the time to have spaces up and running in 15 minutes.
Let's go.
To these topics, man. You guys are incredible. You're not playing games, you're not working, but you got time to get spaces together to talk about Xbox and the latest the sky is falling scenario. Listen, this is a great move. I tweeted out last night pretty quickly. Rick Payne actually asked for my opinion in a tweet. Shout out to Rick, as always on top of things in this community. And so I responded to him, and actually that tweet, got a lot of response. And basically my thought is what I said in the tweet. It makes perfect sense. This is a smaller team smaller team that wants to remain small, right? They don't want to get bigger. They've said that in the past. So they're a smaller team. A lot of them, this is the first time ever working together. They've assembled talent from across the entire industry. We're talking Sony Santa Monica. We're talking Rockstar. We're talking Crystal Dynamics. We're talking about some of the biggest and brightest talents all coming to one studio and working together for the first time. You're talking about the expectations that have been put on the studio. Now, again, there's, talk, quadruple A, that was supposedly an HR mistake or promotion thing or dramatic, dramatizing, what they're, look, all you got to do is go back and listen to Phil's interviews and talking about the initiative and what they were going for. And you understand that at the end of the day, when you accumulate that kind of talent in one spot, you're looking to set the bar. You're not looking to do just okay. You're looking to set the bar. You're looking to push the standards in a different way. And he's talked about that before. So again, I don't care about the AAA, quadruple A, but those expectations. And then obviously, again, Gallagher, who used to head up Crystal Dynamics, knows everybody over there. He's got the relationships built in. So if this was kind of their plan from the beginning, they didn't wake up yesterday and say, oh my God, we're not going to finish this game. My God, we need to get help. And Gallagher called up Phil and said, Phil, find us a team to come finish this game for us. That's not how this works. And why people act like this was a plan from the beginning. Now, can you say it raised some eyebrows? Yeah, it raised my eyebrows. When you think of a support studio, are you thinking of Crystal Dynamics? No, these are the guys that reinvented Lara Croft and Tomb Raider and brought it back in a fantastic way. Some of the best games, some of the best action adventure games out there, and you're going to call them up as a support studio. I mean, that's big. Again, that's huge. That's like, I mean, there's this, you don't think of it that way. So does it raise eyebrows? Of course. Also, the announcement on a Thursday night out of the blue randomly, does that raise eyebrows? Yeah, of course. This is out of the ordinary. Like, you don't usually announce, you know, you're partnering with a support studio, because generally speaking, a support studio is going to be some small studio that most everybody's never heard of before, right?
And they all have them, right?
Correct. And they've all got them. They've got them in-house a lot of times. So this one being a Square Enix, obviously Square Enix is over Crystal Dynamics. We know about the relationship that's kind of seems to be rocky with Square Enix and Xbox. And here they go. They reach out, and Square not only says yes, but says, yeah, go ahead, take Crystal Dynamics. I mean, that's a little shocking to me. Again, at the end of the day, it's about money. Guaranteed Xbox turned over the bag for this. Good on them. But again, to have that familiarity, that Gallagher knows who he's working with, that he knows what they can do, he knows what they do best and what they don't do best. He knows their strengths and their weaknesses, and he's bringing them on board so that he can get them up to speed quickly, because they all know how he speaks. They all understand his language. Again, devs are all, you know, everybody can say, well, this is all just dev work. Yeah, you're right. But your leadership and the people that talk, this doesn't matter what industry it is. If you can have somebody that you've never worked with before as a leader in that same industry and not understand what they're saying. But if you've worked with somebody like Gallagher for this long, you're going to know when he's saying, hey, this is what we need, you're instantly going to know what that means and get down to work. There's not going to be a whole lot of explanation needed. That's huge. You call up those people that you know, you lean on those people that you trust with your brand. I call it a brand new IP because Perfect Dark has been, you know, dormant for so long. It basically is a new IP.
Yeah, the last one was a 360 launch game.
Right. Right. They're reinventing everything about this game. So again, you are going to go to those people that you know and trust at the end of the day. That's what they're doing. And I think it's fantastic. I think that the idea that Phil and Satya would open up the vault and let Gallagher go get a Crystal Dynamics, which guaranteed was not cheap, it shows a lot. That means that they understand that this was kind of the plan from the beginning, and they understand how important this is for them to get this done, and that Gallagher wants those people that he can lean on, and that he can get the work that needs to be done and finished on time and get it done right. And so that there's no going back, there's no missteps, none of that stuff that wastes time and money. That's what's important about this. So I think this is fantastic. People that are concerned about this, look, it's one thing to say it raised my eyebrows. It's another, you know, you can say, I was not expecting this. Makes me kind of think a little bit and go, what's going on? That's fine. But if you're going, oh, that means they don't know what they're doing over there. You know, this is just crazy. You got all this money and all this talent. And this is a core team of 70 people. They've built the foundation of the game. The foundation is there. They've got that set up. Now they're going to have Crystal Dynamics come in and help them frame it, help them put in the walls, all that good stuff, the roof, and get it done. That's all they're doing. So again, calm down, people. From my standpoint, let's wait and see let's wait to see what this game is actually about. We don't even know that outside of it being a first-person action game. Let's see how it turns out, and then we can look back. And if it's something awful, then so be it. And you can't use Avengers, people. You can't use Avengers as questioning Crystal Dynamics. That was outside of their norm. They did something that they don't normally do. It may be first person versus third person, but action adventure is what they do the best. Now they're back in their wheelhouse. So let's wait and see what the game comes out as before we start going, hey, if it comes out bad, then we can turn around and go, what was really going on in there, right? What was happening there? But chances are this is going to turn out great. Chances are this Perfect Dark game is going to be spectacular by the time it comes out. We're years away from it. Let's just wait and see. But this is a good thing. They went out, got some of the best to help them. Whereas some other studios go out and get smaller teams that may not be the best of the best to work on stuff. That's where I'm at with it. I think it's a great thing. Let's move forward.
It's like, okay, we kind of all, well, I won't say I think we forgot about it, right? Because when they made the announcement of Perfect Dark, in the reveals that right after they did a bunch of like interview things and stuff, and they talked about the game, and they actually had said that the stuff that they're going to stay small and they're going to get support studios to help them make the games, and they're actually actively looking for one or something. I remember that, and I like completely forgot about it because I remember that caught me. I thought it was very interesting, and I thought it was interesting nobody was really talking about it, right? Everybody was focused on the first person thing at that time, right? But I think we all, and most people had assumed it was going to be like something like God of War Ragnarok uses The Last of Us. They do this. Coalition is helping with 343. Maybe somebody in house with Xbox. Whatever.
The Last of Us 2 had 2,000 people help.
Yeah. Call of Duty, they take all of Activision to make those games, right? So, like, I think a lot of
Battlefield has what, three other studios on them? 4?
Yeah. So I think a lot of people are expecting just some a no-name studio or whatever, you know, one of these teams that you hear of that always assist on games, right? But when they like the announcement was made, it was Crystal Dynamics. From Xbox's perspective, they're thinking people are gonna be excited because, like, hey, Tomb Raider, who they already had a relationship working with before, because guess what? I remember Tomb Raider was actually originally an exclusive game, timed exclusive on Xbox, right? So that happened, okay? They had the relationship with Daryl Gallagher. Then, guess what? Okay, Daryl Gallagher comes and he's actually the person that is in charge of the initiative and getting all this talent. He forms a dream team of talent coming in there, and they're still hiring, they're still acquiring people. They work the framework of all this stuff, and it looks like they know what they're trying to do. Now it's getting the right people, and like you said, Daryl Gallagher is to them the right. Daryl Gallagher says Crystal Dynamics is the right choice because he knows what they're capable of, right? He knows how to direct them. He knows it just makes sense. It's just like a good fit with the bones of the studio. So for me, it's exciting. Psycho, like, what are your thoughts on this, dude? Like, is it raised concern over the initiative is now no longer a top tier potential studio, or
No, not at all. Because at the end of the day, all studios, if they're trying to, all studios need help with whatever they're working on. There's a lot of times we don't hear about it, as we all know. They keep that in secret. Usually they have like NDAs, and so you don't hear about other studios, like let's say like an Ubisoft or an EA. We don't hear other studios helping, but they're all helping. They're just, Xbox is trying to be transparent, not trying to hide that, they are needing help to get the frame and like what Pong was saying, get the they set the initial game up, and now they just need help building it up, and there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, if you look at Tomb Raider, all three of those makes by Crystal Dynamic are amazing. And anyone that has any type of concern or any it's fake, because those games were fantastic when they came out, and there was no issues. And we can't look at what they've done with uh, uh,
Avengers?
the Avengers, because that one was kind of out of their hands of what you know that was more of a Square Enix call on how that game turned out, as you can tell, because they did the same thing with what's the other the game that Square Enix has that's kind of
Outriders.
like that. Yes. So right there, I mean, that tells you that's not Crystal Dynamic when it came to Avengers. So there is no concern. And if you are concerned, then play Tomb Raider, and then that shall squash any concern you have. Plain and simple.
Yeah,
Just
man.
at the end of the day, just do that. I mean, it's silly. Like, I didn't hear the news. I know you guys told me last night while we were sitting here waiting for Halo Infinite to drop, and I was just sitting there like, what? It was just, it's silly to even hear anyone was upset. And people that were upset, I'm taking were probably fake. It was a fake outcry,
Well, see,
and just trying to go ahead.
yeah, let's say the thing is the fake thing. Like, I think genuinely, some people were actually initially like, "Oh my gosh," right? Because they're like a lot of these people that were concerned are actually like Xbox creators and so people that are like bigger in the community as well.
Okay.
Like, and so like when I saw that's it's not. I don't know if it's as much about the like fake concern because that's usually like a fanboy thing, like fanboy war thing.
Yeah.
This is more of like people are just waiting for the next Xbox thing to be concerned about, right? It's like they're just like waiting for the next thing that's going to be a big thing. Like, oh, they fumbled again. Oh, they screwed up again. Oh, here we go. Like, what? That they're lying to us, or they're just like waiting for like this thing to be like negative about. And even some of the bigger creators and stuff. And it's kind of like, let's just like sit and relax. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and this is not damage control, right? Like, this is the thing people always say when you have to talk sense into people sometimes, or like you have to like come out and just say, hey, this is what this actually is. Like, people take it as damage control because like they're trying to raise all these red flags and hit the panic button and all this stuff, and you're just saying, hey, why are you doing that? This is what this is. This is not damage control. This is just practical thinking. Right? Like, it's just being rational. Like, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, and like I said, I didn't think there was any concern. Like when you guys told me at first, I was like, really, Crystal Dynamic? But what popped in my head was, holy crap, they worked on Tomb Raider. That game was awesome. This is going to be this is a good thing. It wasn't a concern. So yeah, I don't know why people will have concern about this, but
3-Bit, welcome to the show, my dude. Thank you for making it here.
You think you could just show up whenever you want to? Is that you big time in this now?
He's like,
you're just like, hey,
go. You know, he's like,
yeah, I know. Just rolls in. Oh, they'll take me. Don't worry about it. I can do whatever I want.
I said I'll try and show up. Hey guys.
And try you did.
What's up?
What up, man?
There's a lot going on with this whole situation. A lot of Twitter spaces, as Pong was saying, about this whole to me, okay, here's the thing. With this whole situation where a bunch of people was kind of talking about it on Twitter and their way of kind of saying how this is a bad thing because, hey, Crystal Dynamics is going to be taking over the initiative's role and just a bunch of these weird narratives. And then you'll say to them like, hey, here are examples of other studios doing the same thing. And then you give Sony or even Halo's getting help from the Coalition and some other company as well as helping out.
Bird 10 helped them too.
Oh yeah. You give all these different examples and they're like, well, this is different because they announced it.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to me. To me, this is a really good thing. Because first off, this is Daryl Gallagher, who's heading the initiative. And I don't see this comparison a lot, but he has led this team before. And I would say the best things about Crystal Dynamics that I like about Crystal Dynamics, the games that released that had him as the lead, is that the games people keep saying are like some of the best Crystal Dynamic games, like Tomb Raider. Like everyone keeps saying like Tomb Raider, the reboot was great. Well, guess what? The games that you guys don't like underneath Crystal Dynamics, he was not there. He left.
Exactly.
The Avengers, he was not working on the Avengers, as far as I know. And the games that people do like under Crystal Dynamics, guess what? He is leading not only Crystal Dynamics again, but the initiative. And a lot of the people that was working with Daryl at the Crystal Dynamics are now, it's like this weird situation. It was almost like a reunion in some cases for some of those teams that he did lead. So to me, I think I see this as a good thing. There are countless amounts of comparisons you could say this to, because it's very common in the industry. I don't know why this is such a shock to some people who are like, oh, look, they need help. Every major game you can think of has had some sort of help from other studios.
In fact, would you say that this is actually a good sign that this is probably a bigger project and going to be like a higher quality game because of a move like this? It's an extra investment made by Xbox to even have to fork over the cash to a third-party publisher to get access to their studios, right? Like that's a very interesting move there, right?
Yeah, I mean, 343 has 750 employees, and they still need, some other studios to help them out, and with Naughty Dog, I think it was Pong Soul was like 2,000 people working over at Naughty Dog to finish out Last of Us 2. It's just common. I don't understand like people's mindsets where they're making this a problem.
Yeah.
That the game is in trouble now. That's why they need the help when it's so common, and if anything, this is a great studio. Like you can say what you want about Avengers. That game is smooth. I've been playing it, and Tomb Raider, I mean, that's such a good reboot.
Like to Psycho's point too, like with the Avengers, like the problems people have with that game is with the like design of like the design of the monetization elements, the hub world system stuff that like Square is like forcing into the game to be able to create this Destiny like monetization machine. Not the story, which was excellent, and not the actual quality of the build of the game, which is incredibly impressive actually as well, right? It's kind of like Anthem, right? Anthem's was a beautiful game, right? It had like amazing looking art, it had amazing stuff, but the problems was like this Destiny like
content
thing, right?
There was no content, there was no loot, no content. That was their issue. They built this beautiful world, this beautiful game, and then they forgot to put fucking content in it.
It was empty. It was empty, and they had no. Oh god,
it was so weird. Like that, they could have probably used another team helping them to build this game.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So having another team help build your game is not an issue. It's not. Everyone does it. Like 3-Bit was saying, like I was saying, everybody helps with a game. It's a good thing that we have Crystal Dynamic coming in, because we got Gallagher that was the head of Crystal Dynamic then, and now we're the head of the initiative that has people from The Last of Us, that has people from all over everywhere, all studios, from Santa Monica, from Naughty Dog. It's just this game to me doesn't scream that there's a problem. No, this screams that this game is very big and they need some extra hands to help build this game. And what better team than a Crystal Dynamic that gave us three amazing Tomb Raiders that to this day I still love the tunes in that game. I mean, it's
I agree with everything, dude. So I want to change courses here a little bit, and I think we've proven our point now that there's no reason to be concerned. I want to get to these
Can you hear the crickets?
I want to get to these super chats here, and then I want to discuss something that happened today with Kate. And then also, then we're going to
like Kate.
Yeah. Then we're gonna look at it from another perspective. And I want to look at it as how this is going to be good for the studio, right? So first, let's get to the super chats. $5 super chat from KY Bob. As a speculator, I am speculating that Crystal Dynamics will be the next acquisition. Who knows? I mean, Square Enix, Crystal Dynamics, like it would have to be the whole shebang. I think. I don't think that Square is going to let Crystal Dynamics go, but we'll see.
By Square.
And KY Bob with a $10 super chat as well. He says, hypothetically, if a year ago it had come out that 343 had teamed up with Ubisoft Montreal's Far Cry team for some guidance on the open world aspect in games, would anyone have said anything? Probably not. Probably not. So, all right, babe.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing at my uncle's dog is snoring. I don't know if you guys can hear it.
No,
I
love dog snores though.
No, this is that. So I want to first tell the story about Kate and Bus Simulator.
Oh god,
that wasn't fucking today.
I know that's not what I was talking about, but it just popped back in my head, and I don't want to forget about it. So this is going to happen now, and then we're going to talk about the other thing that happened today. Okay.
What? Nothing happened today.
Yeah, we got something. We got something today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You fucking freaked me out.
Yeah.
I was like, are you good, Kate?
I thought she like drove the bus like over side of the cliff and like killed all the freaking people.
Okay, so you guys know that like Kate loves like simulators, right? She talks about it and stuff. Like if you listen to the show and stuff, you're aware of this. So, yeah, she loves bus simulators and or not bus simulators. She loves simulators. And when
And bus
she
simulators.
saw the announcement for bus simulator, she got really excited, right? She and it said it was coming out. She went to the store and looked, thinking it was out. It was so excited, and she went out and bought it. And she had been playing it for like a week. It was like so enamored with this game. Kept talking about it.
Like
hey
two,
babe, check this out.
Like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, for a couple weeks. Yeah, actually, I got so far into it, like talking about how amazing it is. All this stuff kept showing it off. Just her favorite game the last couple weeks, I think. And then she posted a hashtag picture of it on Twitter, saying, "I love this game." Hashtag Bus Simulator 21 because it's a new bus simulator game, right? And then she gets like a flood of responses, people saying, "That's not Bus Simulator 21." And then she's like, "What?" So we dropped my daughter off at school, and she mentions it to me like, "I don't know what these people are talking about. It's not Bus Simulator 21."
By the way, it's our daughter. It's not just his.
Yeah, it's our daughter.
Oh, okay.
And so we're
Must
like,
have been a good day.
I was
So
like,
she
what
was
do you
his.
mean? Like, because this game was like $50, right? Of course it was the new bus simulator, right? So I was like, did you buy the wrong bus simulator? And she was like, I don't know. I like, so she looked it up, and the Bus Simulator 21 art had a completely different box art. So we did a further investigation. Turns out that my wife had bought for $50 Bus Simulator 2018.
And you know that sale came across the
brand.
dev's desk, and they popped champagne bottles.
Yeah.
They were like, "Somebody just bought 2018."
Yeah.
Full price.
And they thought, and she thought it was the new one, and now we got to get the new one, right? Because obviously she loves Bus Simulator. So, and guess what? It's $50. So within a month, we're gonna have spent $100 on Bus Simulator games. So this is great.
Okay, so here's the thing.
You're doing Flamish proud. Let me tell you.
Here's the thing. I didn't know there was any other bus simulators. I thought there was just the one. Because I was like, why would they make more than
does
one?
Does it just say Bus Simulator?
Yes, it does.
Maybe that's why they did.
Is that the first one?
That's the first one on console. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's their fault.
Just 3 years old.
Exactly.
3 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, this is fantastic. And I was like taking all these pretty shots to upload them to Twitter, and apparently the new one looks way better. So
yeah, they're like, that's the comments she's getting. The new one's way better. It's great. Besides that, okay.
That's cool because now you can kind of compare.
Exactly. It was for research purposes for Xbox Ultimate.
Right. You can give your comparison of how far it's come in 3 years.
Tax write-off.
So I don't get those kind of things to go after you on very often, babe, because I'm always the screw up. So like this was just I had to do it on the show.
You've brought it up like 3 different times now.
I know, it's great because you never screw up ever.
And I know.
So besides that, so a while back, this awesome guy in the community, Mike Sperling, had reached out to me. And he said, "Hey, I want to do this thing for you guys." And he's like, "I want to make this stuff." And if you don't know Mike, he's like an amazing guy. He's got an incredible story. Been battling some difficult things for 30 years. Managed to battle all that and raise a couple daughters and stuff, and still puts his effort into just sharing stuff with the community and being an awesome person. And he reached out to me, said he wanted to make something for me and Kate, and he asked for my input on like what she would like. I was like, "Hey, let me buy it from you," and he's like, "No." So, awesome guy, and he ended up making us these custom controller stands that are just absolutely unbelievable. And so I have to show mine off onto the stream. Because
mine's in the other room, but it's on Twitter.
Absolutely amazing, guys. So I posted pictures of this on Twitter.
Oh wow!
Oh, that's
fantastic.
Fun speculation.
It holds 2 controllers and a headset.
So
it's freaking cool.
Yeah,
It's so
I mean, I just
they're
like
amazing.
it is like the coolest freaking thing, and I cannot believe how much work probably went into these. And I wanted to say again, thank you, Mike. It's actually like insanely like touching for anybody to do.
So it holds like
Absolutely.
3 controllers.
It holds 2 controllers and your headset.
So you got
that's cool.
If you go to Mav's Twitter, there's pictures of both of ours.
Ooh, okay, I'll check it out.
Right on.
Yeah, and I think he does sell them as well, guys. So if you want to hit him up, but
yeah, I actually need one of those. My controllers are like scattered.
So there you go. You got 2 controllers and a headset, and it's freaking insane. And he put our logo on it and everything.
Can you put it closer while it's holding the stuff? That might be helpful.
And a microphone.
Yeah, I don't want to break it.
Yeah, don't.
Oh, look at that! The Xbox Ultimate controller.
Isn't that?
I wouldn't even use that.
I'm not. I haven't used it once.
Yeah, I wouldn't even use it.
So amazing.
And he made one for Kate too, and it's got like her name on it and everything. So just check out post on Twitter. Absolutely incredible. And again, Mike, I don't know if you're listening right now or not.
Thank you.
I know you
much,
were
Mike.
here earlier, but thank you so much, bro. It means a lot to us. Okay, so moving back on, I want to get back into Crystal Dynamics and also to with Perfect Dark. Okay, so now that I think we've kind of made the point that, hey, this is not anything to be concerned about, let's move into the thought of how could this be awesome for Perfect Dark, right? Because ultimately that's what matters here is the game and the game that we're going to get to play. And it seems like Xbox is invested into making this the best game possible. So how can Crystal Dynamics make this the best game it can possibly be? So we started with Pong before, so we'll start with Pong here again.
So, Crystal Dynamics, what are the experts at? They took one of the most iconic female leads in a video game in all time, one of the most iconic leads, period, all time, and brought her back to the current age with their Tomb Raiders, right? So these guys and gals are masters at the narrative building and the character building that goes into that portion of a game. And I think that, Daryl will definitely lean on them in some ways to make sure that Joanna Dark is put into the best position possible in this game. Again, I'm sure they have the story built. I'm sure they have the framework laid out. But at the end of the day, if you've got a group of people that know how to do that and have proven it with 3, not just 1, but 3 games in particular with one character, I think you definitely can bring that expertise in. I think you could also bring in the expertise to bring in the set pieces that we're probably going to see in Perfect Dark, right? Tomb Raiders, all 3 of those Tomb Raiders were just absolutely beautiful, expertly handcrafted set pieces. Each level and the design that went into it really felt amazing. And they all blended together extremely well. Like there was no times where it was like jarring or it felt like you were playing some type of, different game or whatever the case may be. You might have been in different locations, but it felt like Tomb Raider throughout. And that's ultra important in one of these games. And I think that they're going to help solidify that portion of it. I think that, down to the basics, movement, again, this is going to be first person, which they explicitly said, versus a third person, but the movement, the clambering, being in, crowded areas, some of the parkour moves that we did see from Lara, just some of that stuff, the animations, I think that they can bring a lot to that as well, especially since we've heard, they've come out and said that they want this to be that style, a John Wick style feel to it. So we're talking about very quick, fluid movements, from one position to another, in a quick fashion. And if they're going for that type of, whether it be in battle or whether it be just traversing the levels, I think that Crystal Dynamics is going to be able to help there as well. And again, you go back and look at those Tomb Raider games, to this day, they're still beautiful. Fire them up on the Series X. Fire them all up.
Yeah,
They're
they actually got
gorgeous.
updates too. I think
Yeah,
that
they
like
got updates.
even Shadow of the Tomb Raider is like 4K 60 now,
Yeah.
and that one's Eidos Montreal, but I think Crystal Dynamics played a part
Yeah.
in it.
Yes, they
But that was man, that game plays and looks so freaking good now on the
Good,
Series X.
Good. Yeah, so they know all of this stuff. I just think that anytime that you have a group of people, and again, I think that it's funny because the initiative could actually be like, I don't know, like I get this idea, like they're trying to change the way that a dev handles a game. This could be like their future. I'm not saying that they're not going to grow anymore, but from what they've said, that they want to stay nimble is the word that they used, and they want us to be able to do this. They could be like the creative force that comes in, that gets all the groundwork laid on a whatever game it may be, and then they look to have a bigger third party, not just like a support studio, but like a bigger Crystal Dynamics come in and actually help them just complete the entire vision. Like that could be like a different way. Like I said, these other teams use support studios. We know that for a fact. But at the end of the day, this might be a new kind of just a streamlined version of all that, right? Not having a big core team, but using outside resources to finish off your vision. It'd be interesting if they do that. But I think Crystal Dynamics is going to bring a lot to this game. I think they are going to see this through, and I think that they're going to help finish Perfect Dark and make it really the big comeback that Xbox is hoping it can be. Because again, it's been gone. It's been dormant for so long. There's 2 generations of people right now that don't even really know who Joanna Dark is. They've probably never even touched a Perfect Dark game, right? They may know about it because people have talked about it, but again, even the 360 one wasn't great. I mean, you're talking about the peak Perfect Dark was back in N64, right? So I mean, you're talking about a lot of years here. So if they can retransfer, do a complete transformation of Joanna Dark, keep the core basics of the story and kind of her, persona per se into the story, but really just bring a whole new look and perspective to that franchise. Basically, that's why I called it a new IP. It's basically a brand new game. To do that would be absolutely fantastic. And I think Crystal Dynamics is going to go a long ways with the experience they got from doing that with Tomb Raider. And I think that's where this comes into play.
I wonder too, like when I think of like Crystal Dynamics has made with those Tomb Raider games and then Avengers, right? They're all like extremely impressive, right? There's like an impressive quality to them, right? Fluid as well, very fluid, and also like especially with Tomb Raider, the like the set pieces, right, and the act like stuff going on with the voice actor and the cutscenes and stuff are like very like well done, right? Very
spoken using like that engine from Avengers. If I'm not,
I don't know. Like, here's what I'm getting with that though: is like, would there be a possibility even that Crystal Dynamics could have some kind of proprietary like tech or something that they're using, or maybe some capabilities that they have within their studio that may be unique that Daryl Gallagher may be looking for as a way to implement into the game that they're trying to create? Because if that's something that they're only capable of, or the stuff that they are used to working on, it would make sense to go ahead and go to the source where that kind of stuff is made. That's just a thought. I don't know if that's what's going on or not. But what were you saying, 3-Bit?
I mean, yeah. My question was like, with Forspoken, that is using. I mean, I heard somewhere that they were using the same tech from like Avengers for like Forspoken, and I just looked it up. It's the Luminous engine.
Yeah.
That's Square Enix's engine that they are going to be using, or they used for Final Fantasy 15. They might have used it for Avengers, I'm not sure. But yeah, the whole thing, like Pong hit it on the nose with their origin as a studio, with I think where Crystal Dynamic is a good fit with the initiative is they have done the reboot thing before, right? They understood who Laura was as a character, and throughout the three different games, I don't think they did the last one. If
they did, they helped out, but they didn't.
Yeah. But they essentially had the vision of building up Laura as a character, right? How she became Laura Croft, the Laura Croft that we know in different PlayStation, like PlayStation 1 games, and how did she become this adventurer? And I thought they told that pretty dang well. And with Perfect Dark, they probably have similar issues. Like, how do we retell the story of Joanna? How do we do it in a new, fresh way? If people like go back and see when Perfect Dark was like kind of big, it was very much always compared to 007 sometimes, and that sort of spy genre. So the fact that in some different interviews they're talking about comparing this game, or being inspired by movies like John Wick, and having this really fluid sort of motion is what we come to expect with Crystal Dynamics. So I think it's going to be great. I'm actually really looking forward to how they're going to do that within the first person, because I think when they all announced Perfect Dark, I think we're all was expecting it to be third person. But I think they could probably push a lot with it being in first person as well, and they can try things we haven't necessarily done before. We've seen certain games sort of push the parkour genre. I think Mirror's Edge sort of started it, and then we started seeing it in other games like Dying Light, like attempt to like make first person movement like more and more fluid. So I'm very interested in seeing how they do it with Perfect Dark. But yeah, I mean with Tomb Raider, they didn't do the last one, but the first two I thought was the best ones. That's just my whole take on it. But the Luminous engine, if they are using that, that's the interesting part. The initiative, have they confirmed what engine they were using for Perfect Dark?
No, I have
I
not
don't
heard.
know.
I
See,
have
that's
not heard that.
like if they're building their own engine, is that a thing? Or are they using Unreal? If they are using Unreal, then Square Enix is pretty comfortable with Unreal. If I'm not mistaken, a lot of Luminous is built off of Unreal, and then they made their own custom engine based on Unreal.
Mm-hmm.
So, if it is Unreal, then that's probably even another reason why they chose them. They're probably pretty heavy in development. Like, hey, not only have we worked with this team before, they're using an engine we're also familiar with, so that would speed up production even 10 times. So yeah, we'll see. We will see.
Yes, Psycho. How do you think Crystal Dynamics could assist? What's the ways that they can make this game better than it would have been otherwise?
Well, from what they've learned by doing the Tomb Raider games, they see what was critical was to keep the core character, the lore, and everything intact, and build from there. And I think that because of, you know, that's a brand new studio with multiple people from different studios and, from other consoles, that they definitely you know are learning to, take what they learned from Tomb Raider and, you know, implying it with Perfect Dark, learning figuring out the lore. How does, aliens, how can you implement that without it being silly? You know what I'm saying? Like, try to give maybe a serious tone to it. And make it their own game, even though everyone knows and they love the first Perfect Dark. But make this their own the game, because that's what happened with the Tomb Raiders. Even though it's within the same franchise, it was a totally different feel with that game, but it felt like a Tomb Raider game, but even better. So I think that's what they're going to implement with having Crystal Dynamic there, learning what they've done in the past and applying new technology and different ways to tell the Perfect Dark story in a way that it makes sense and it's cohesive, and it doesn't seem kind of silly when you introduce like the aliens, because we all know the when the aliens are a part of the
It's been a while
story.
since I played. I don't remember aliens.
Yeah,
in it.
So
that's crazy.
Yeah, so that's what I think. Definitely, what Crystal Dynamic would bring is, they have a good history with taking something that people know and love and making it their own thing, but still to stay true to um, what the material is. And I mean, like I said, those Tomb Raiders were phenomenal. They were, I mean, they were just uh, they were just, when they came out, they were fantastic. So
yeah. And it's interesting because this was Rare's game technically, right?
Exactly.
Like Rare owned Perfect Dark, and they own a bunch of this other IP, and they kind of just, I mean, I'm glad Phil's letting studios do their own thing, but dang, it makes you wonder.
Well,
like
Rare said they don't want to work on old stuff. Their old things, right? They don't even want to work on crazy. Banjo, right? They just want to make new things, right? So this is probably why, like,
which is fine.
Mm-hmm. Like,
I mean, it's fine, but
Everwild
and the one studio that is fine with, they have so much IP.
Yeah,
right.
To be honest with you, I don't know if I even want Rare making Perfect Dark anymore, though. Like, because like they have this like style that's kind of like cemented now with like Sea of Thieves and like what we see with Everwild and what we've seen in the past from some other things. And like, I want like a mature Perfect Dark game. That's what I'm hoping for, right?
Oh, I think we will get it. I mean, look how mature those Tomb Raider games were. I mean, Laura was taking and stabbing people with arrows and knives, and her ice climber. I mean, that shit was just nuts. I mean, you can't get any mature than like ripping the throat out and like her holding his, his larynx in his hand, and it's just like,
well, just what she goes through personally. My God, they just beat the shit out of her in all those games. My God,
those death animations, like when she's in the water.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Crystal Dynamics
animations are crazy.
Yeah, they did such a good job. They like used almost all the big scenes from the games in the movie. Right. They like copied the game in the movie. With the scene with the waterfall and the plane, and all that stuff, right? Just amazing, over the top stuff. Now, the one thing for the other, before we move on to Halo, which I know Kate's just ready to move on to Halo. If this is a big undertaking to take a very beloved franchise and character, right, and make it new again, right? And y'all have alluded to this, but there's a lot of people that have done a really bad job at that before, right? There's a lot of studios that have done a horrible job at this before. Crystal Dynamics took one of the most iconic characters and of all time in gaming and made it better.
Yes.
That's very difficult to do.
Very.
Lara Croft and the Tomb Raider series was in a way better place after Crystal Dynamics had their hands on it. So for people raising flags about Crystal Dynamics period, you don't know what you're talking about. Now, the other thing is this is still very much going to be an initiative game, right? I think that a lot of this stuff that I think they're going to help with, right? And there's the ways that they could potentially help. But I think the core vision and everything is cemented with what this game is. That's why this is being announced now, right? and not 2 years ago, right? So it's got to be cemented, and now they're just getting the speed part of the development is going to be in full force now, and that's another big asset with that team. So,
and I was just gonna say just what like 3-Bit said. Gallagher was the head of Crystal Dynamic, and in
the good games that we all like.
Exactly. So all the Crystal Dynamic games that he headed are fantastic. So now he's at the initiative with Crystal Dynamic that has a rapport with him.
Yeah.
So it's like a what do you call it? Reunion. So it's just going to be good things. So that's what people need to take away from it.
Yeah, I can see people already saying, "Well, this isn't an initiative game now." Right after the game comes out, if it gets 90s, they're gonna be like, "Well, that's cool, but Xbox first party studios didn't make a 90 game." You know what I mean? It's gonna be Crystal Dynamics did it. You know, I think
Naughty Dog uses support studios.
Yeah, I agree. That's the thing. Is like I want to like this has been in development for a while. Like we know it's been in a playable state. Drew Murray made that clear a couple times. Yeah. So the foundation is laid, and this is going to be getting to that finish line. So hey, let's be excited. I'm more excited today about Perfect Dark than I was yesterday. I think this is going to be a good move. Halo Infinite, everybody. If you're not playing right now, what are you doing? You're watching us? What's going on? Did you sign up for the flight? Because it's happening right now. Hey, it's okay. You can watch us instead. We're gonna be playing soon. Babe?
Okay, let's go.
Are you excited? Excited for the flight? We played a little bit last night, earlier today. But
hell yeah, I'm excited.
I was playing for like an hour and a half today earlier because I was out and about. I was playing, and holy crap! Because I have, like I said, I have not played the first beta because I was in Florida, so I missed my opportunity. And holy shit, have they? And I'm kind of glad that I did miss it, just because for the fact that I get to play socially in this rounds of matches for the next this weekend and next, so I can play with other people instead of just against bots. And what I've played so far is amazing. I am blown away. The gunplay feels solid as fuck. The movement feels, that run and aim down the sights is just fluid. It doesn't feel jarring. I'm loving it. I'm racking up kills where normally I don't, and in like a Halo game, and I'm enjoying the fuck out of the game. If you guys can't tell.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's cool to get your thoughts on it because like we all got to play it before, you know what I mean? Like, and it seems like it's been a while, you know, and it's like you're saying the exact same thing that we did. It's especially like the movement. They nailed the movement. It's got that old school Halo feel, but like modernized and fast, right?
Fast.
What?
It feels so good.
Did y'all have a chance to look at the big team battle stuff from the stream? What's your thoughts?
So after I watched it, because I heard you said you were concerned about it.
A little bit, and I was watching another streamer watch it too, and he was making some good points, so that could have influenced me a little bit, right? The thing is like on a Halo 4 and like 5 and stuff, like on 343's big team games, the maps that were bigger still kind of focused everybody into narrower areas as opposed to just being big wide open spaces, which was what traditionally had been done for big team. So they kind of force the I think they try and force the action too much, right?
Right.
And it creates just constant chaos as opposed to having the freedom of choice, which I really liked about big team. That was why it was different than arena. I don't want big team arena. You know what I mean? Right. So that's what I was concerned about.
For this flight, I guess that like they're going to focus or have maps that probably focus on that. But yeah, I agree with you. Like 343 in the past has made their big team maps are kind of like these narrow sections in battles and stuff like that. I'm regardless of, so I think Halo Infinite is great. I think the tech tests super solid. We've seen what Call of Duty and all these other games,
Oh my god.
Battlefield, they're coming out in not the best states comparatively. It's just like almost you appreciate Halo more when you almost have played some of those other titles. You're like, wow, this is actually really polished in its state. I have my nitpicks, but that's what they are. They're nitpicks.
Yeah,
I think
this is exactly the same thing.
overall is solid. And in terms of like the big team, I think who's the guy with the, is that Sketch? The main guy that was talking. So if you guys watch the video where they went over different things, first off, that chat was toxic. That was really annoying.
It was disgusting. Yeah, I couldn't. Bad.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Halo community, if you're a Halo fan and you were taking part in that, shame on you. Like, just bad.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. But it was really cool to see the different things they're going through, how they wanted to improve the bots. I did think he made a mistake saying that map was for big team, because that was a really small map. Yeah. He mentioned that it could be in big team. I'm like, big team's a lot of people. I don't know how that would work, but maybe it'll still be fine. They play tested it and it was fine. But that would be like a really small map for big team. I agree with you. I think I would love to see more open maps, especially this is Halo Infinite. The campaign is open world, right? I want to see more open-ended maps for sure. But for those who hasn't tried out the tech tests, I mean, if you have an email, if you got an email, try it out. I think it's really fun. Some people are in the thing, but they didn't get an email. I think Mav is in that boat.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm in it. I didn't ever get notified, but
I got the email.
Did you?
I got it like sometime in like the middle of the night last night.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
actually, I take that back. I don't know if I got the email, but it was in my messages on Halo Waypoint.
Okay. Oh, really? What?
Yeah.
Which is what happened last time. I never got an email, but I got my message there.
Interesting.
How do you get your emblem changed? It's probably not a good question to ask on a podcast.
I think people said that you use
we're
the
about
Waypoint.
to play anyways.
I think you use the Waypoint app.
Waypoint app. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm using.
Yeah, but everybody check it out. My whole thing is everybody check it out. It's really solid. The gameplay is you're gonna keep hearing it's just solid gameplay, because when you play it's just the way they nailed the mechanics of the different weapons. Me and Pong was complaining about the shoddy, but here's the thing, it's still an amazing game.
Shoddy sucks.
They I feel like they
which shoddy? There's two shoddies, I think.
Bulldog.
The bulldog. I feel like they made that weaker.
Okay.
Yeah.
The grapple shot. I've gotten more time with it. Last time, like I barely got to pick it up because either Mav would steal it or a bot would steal it, and I would have it like some different games in the last tech test. But when you have the training ground, you could just kind of just go for it, right? It's awesome. I feel like I'm Spider-Man swinging around sometimes, and you get to pull off really amazing plays. And I remember in the video with Sketch that they were saying some of their map choices, they want you to feel like a Spartan, and they want you to have these hero sort of moments, especially in big teams. So that's what they look for in their map designs. Like, and you can tell like on that one map with the fan, the spinning fan, I forgot the name of it. Where they they put the gravity hammer away from the battlefield, and there's a lot of different ways to get it. You can like nade it and have it come to you. You can grapple shot it, and they do that on purpose, just so you just feel cool, right? Yeah. Like obviously they could have just made it so you just walk to the gravity hammer, but they present challenges like that in some of these maps, so you can pretty much you're using your surroundings, which I think is new, and it's very cool. I would love to see in big team how you can put your weapons on vehicles and stuff like that. I do know they said you can use vehicles as like storage, And then there's also in big team, you can there's like sort of these side missions you can do while the battle's going on. I'm looking forward to seeing that as well, where you can like get weapons in the room. You have to like wait for
Yeah, they got like a
the thing
vault
to like load.
Mhm.
Like it's like vaults and stuff like that. That's brand new, and new for Halo, and it's kind of cool. So I'm looking forward to playing the big team later next week. I believe it is. This week is just arena. We're all anxious to play it, so we will.
Yeah, are we supposed to get a new? I think we may get a new map to like tomorrow or something. Like that's
Yes.
If there is, that's what I'm excited about.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
I've been playing
Yeah.
like we played these same 3 on the last one, so like I want to play more.
No, I don't think there's a different map. I think there's like
Yeah.
CTF or something is tomorrow and the same maps.
No, there's there's a new map and new mode.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to look and find the in the Halo waypoint where they said what maps are coming out when each mode is coming out. I found it yesterday or the day before, and I thought I posted it, but I was wrong. But in there's supposed to be a new map and capture the flag, and then that's why I thought big team was coming tomorrow, but if you guys are saying that it's not, then I could have been overlooking, and that's definitely next weekend with a one new map next weekend, and I think there's 2 big team battle maps, I think, for next weekend.
That's what I'm waiting for. I'm freaking like so stoked to just try
can we
that.
all party up in big team? Like, can you have? Because so far they've tested 4 people in a Spartan team, but with big team that would obviously be. Can you have like a whole party?
It's a 4v4 like how normal, a normal Halo match, and then their big team is 8v8, and now it's going to be 12v12 for big team now. So there should be 12 spots technically if they do it like that.
Yeah. Okay. Because I know in certain Halos they made it so like you can only have a certain amount in your party, so you don't cheat, and everybody's not like. Okay. Like Halo 2 or 3, but
so tomorrow is the same maps, but capture the flag on Bazaar.
Yeah. Okay. That's what.
And then on Sunday, there's going to be Behemoth introduced.
That's okay. So it's Sunday. I knew that there was a new map. Okay, so it's Sunday.
And then the next weekend, we're going to get big team. We're going to get on Friday. Next Friday, we're going to get capture the flag on fragmentation. And then on Saturday, the new mode that they were talking about that seems pretty exciting. It's like you got to capture all 3 points at once to score a point, and it's called Total Control. They're going to play Total Control and capture the flag on fragmentation next Saturday. And then on Sunday, there's Slayer, capture the flag, and Total Control on fragmentation. So there's only one big team map that they're doing.
Oh, there's only one? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought there was 2.
But hey, I'm super excited about that. It looks like it's going to be awesome. Pong, did you have any more thoughts on Halo?
It's Halo, baby. It's running smooth. I mean, I played against the bots last night. I didn't have a chance to jump in today yet. So if we get out of here early enough, I'll jump in with you guys for a bit and check it out, multiplayer. But playing against the bots, yeah, I mean, just as smooth, maybe even a little bit smoother than the first flight. It felt like I said, I didn't like the nerfing of the Bulldog, but besides that, looked great, looked fantastic. I just want to see a new map. I just want to. I'm really waiting for big team battle. I mean, I really want to see that and see how it plays. Because I think that's, I like the bigger stuff. That's why I'm a Battlefield fan. I like bigger maps. I like vehicles. I like all that kind of stuff introduced. That's where I spend most of my time. Not so much of an arena guy. So I can't wait until next weekend for sure. So, but I thought it looked great. Again, this is a great showing for 343. Keep the hype going. And if they pull off big team battle, guess what? The hype's going to go up even more because those vehicles in there, man, that adds a whole new layer. And that's what people are looking forward to, obviously. So that 12v12 is going to be interesting. So I can't wait. Yeah.
So
I can't wait.
We're going to end this off with a quick kill it. Okay. And then we'll do the outros. So if you're going to kill something on your outro. Okay. This is what the last memory that somebody's going to be left with.
At least we can kill it and then dip and say,
yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Like,
so we'll start with first in my heart, my lovely wife, Kaitlin, baby. I know you're ready to get to Halo. So you gotta kill one though.
She's already playing.
You can't use one of these weapons. That probably is. You can't use one of these weapons if you kill it. Okay, it's gone.
Okay.
Assault rifle, battle rifle.
Is this
sniper,
in Halo?
The Halo, yeah.
Okay.
Assault rifle, battle rifle, sniper, or shotgun.
Shotgun.
Okay, you're killing the shotgun.
Yeah.
Okay, easy.
And you can find me on Twitter at KaitlinX0615.
There you go.
Okay, let's go.
All right. And Mellow Fellow from Outer Space, the one and only Psychonauts. Which one? Kill it.
Sir.
Assault rifle, battle rifle, sniper, or shotgun?
Shotgun, because the other three are crucial. And you can find me at Psychonauts 8 everywhere.
Great. Love it. Hey, so no shotguns. All right. 3-bit. Thank you for hopping in here with us. You got to kill one, bro.
Sure. So what was the options again?
Assault rifle.
Basically every weapon in Halo. Come on.
Assault rifle, battle rifle, sniper, and shotgun. You got to kill one. Can't use it. I'm actually like, you can't use it tonight. You're not allowed to pick it up.
Oh yeah, the shotgun.
Okay. All right.
Shotty's kind of weak at this game. And you guys can find me at i3bit. That's my new. I'm trying not to say
you
the
changed it.
BGHD.
It's so harder.
Yeah.
Why are you rebranding? God,
I gotta rebrand every 5 years.
It's when they put him on that new Ubisoft game. He's like, they forced him to change his identity.
Splinter Cell.
i3bit on Twitter and my YouTube channel is TheVideoGamesHD. It's nice seeing y'all.
Yeah, dude. You can tell we're all ready to play some Halo. And Pong Soul, the encyclopedia of gaming, dating back to the very first game ever created. You got to kill one.
Yeah, that's
Assault
easy.
Rifle, battle rifle, sniper, shotgun.
Sniper rifle. I hate snipers.
Snipers.
Battlefield's the only game I like, but snipers. So snipers going. Never use it. Never try it. Never pick it up. Don't care. Go away forever. Dead. Dead. And you can all find me at Pong Soul on Xbox and on Twitter. And tomorrow morning, set those alarms. I know you're all going to be up tonight playing Halo for a bit. And then you're probably going to play something else. But set those alarms. Living split screen tomorrow morning. Please come see my brother from another, Steel Rain, and I in that morning time frame, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central Time. And then Shop Podcast tomorrow night. I'll keep this short. I'm not going to do my usual, but the Shop Podcast tomorrow night, we have royalty on. Lord Cognito from ILP, Iron Lords, is going to be on. So that's going to be a big show. Come by. PTK deserves a much bigger audience than he has on Saturday night. So come by, check us out. COG's going to be there. It's going to be fantastic. 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 o'clock Central Time. Love you all. Go play some games, play some Halo, play what you love what you play. We'll talk to you soon.
Heck yeah, dude. And again, everybody in the chat, thank you so much. You rock. You made this fun. I told you it was gonna be a shorter episode. We managed to get it down quite a bit, so appreciate that. Everybody, we're gonna play some Halo.
Oh wait,
Mav.
What?
Mav.
Brandon.
Yeah, let's go. we need your answer, sir.
Okay, I will say it. All right, sniper. I suck.
That's surprising. I'm surprised.
It's surprising.
Here's the thing. This is only for tonight, okay? And I'm not gonna be good with the sniper on these maps. Period. They're too close. I need like a big team battle.
You don't get to just answer for tonight.
Yeah, well,
this is for
what kind of crap
there
is
is
that?
no more.
I'm not allowed to use a sniper tonight. So that's what it is. Sniper.
You're such a little bitch. You can't.
Hey,
this is kind of smart doing it at the end, so we could just escape.
Yep, hey, that's
he can't escape from me.
That's true. I'm gonna come downstairs and get some chimichangas. All right, guys. Thank you again so much. Hey, this podcast and Fun Pops on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, all that stuff. Check out there if you choose to. I appreciate all you audio listeners. There's several of you out there that don't watch on YouTube. You choose to listen on audio. We love you guys as well. Thank you so much for listening on whatever audio platform that you choose. All the chat, you guys rock and amazing as always. We will see you all again soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.